Hey guys, welcome to week 6. Just as we have the last couple of weeks, we've got a lot going on this week, so I just wanted to walk you through what that is going to look like. Starting off on Monday, this week we're going to start actually writing the paper that I've been alluding to. So it's over what schools should be like in order to be effective or more effective in the 21st century. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a link to a different slideshow that kind of goes into the idea of that very question. So, are schools effective for today's world? Um, there are some questions to consider. Make sure you read this top part because this is really the basis of that argument that people are saying today, and not just in coronavirus times, but in these exponential times we're living in, many people have critiqued schools and said that they are not keeping up with the way life has changed. So, what you're going to be thinking about in this paper is that very question, like, are schools keeping up? Is there more that needs to be changed or to be done in order to actually be relevant to today's times? So in this slideshow, you're going to watch this video. It's called How to Escape Education's Death Valley. The speaker in the video, Sir Ken Robinson, has a lot of critiques about school. So this can kind of give you some ideas to be thinking about as you are writing and planning for your paper. Afterwards, there are some questions that you're going to answer. You're just going to highlight the correct answers right on that document. And then finally, you are going to choose 3 statements from the video that you can connect to about how we can improve schools or about how schools are lacking. Again, I'm trying to set you up for writing this paper, which will be our final project. So all you have to do is type 3 statements that you can connect to from the video here. You will upload this document on Google Classroom due by Thursday. You know the drill. So that document is what you'll do for reading and writing on Monday. Okay. From there, it's week 5 of passion projects. So just make sure you're going back to your tracking form and updating for week 5. Again, please make sure you are adding specific details and being sure that you're turning in quality work. On Tuesday, we're going to start like amping up our work for writing that paper. So the first thing you'll do is you're going to look at a different slideshow. This one discusses thesis statements. We have talked about these before, but if those words like fill you with fear, don't worry about it because we do review what those look like. It starts off with some review of some different terminology that we have learned from the argument unit since it's been so long. So make sure you read through that to review. And then after that, it goes into the components of what a thesis statement normally contains. Spoiler alert, normally it starts with your claim and then you have 3 reasons. Our project and the question that we're answering this time is slightly different, so that format won't work for us. Our question that you're writing your paper about is, what should school be like in order to be effective in the 21st century or in order to be more effective in the 21st century? We don't really have a claim in reason 1, reason 2, reason 3. That doesn't work with our question. So instead, I have given you a sentence stem you can use to start creating your thesis statement for our question. Okay, you can start by just taking our statement or our question, take the question, change it into a statement, and then you need to come up with 3 ideas, which will correlate with your 3 body paragraphs that you can discuss. So 3 things school can do in order to be more effective for the 21st century. Okay, so your thesis statement might sound something like, in order to be effective in the 21st century, schools should, and then you're going to list 3 ideas. If you have no idea where to get these ideas from, there's several things that we've done that I want you to think back to. One is the TED Talk you just watched yesterday. One is the articles that we've read. We read one about Finland and one about New Zealand so far. Another thing you can think about is your personal preference for learning or what you personally know about the world and what is useful in it. And if you need to, you can also do additional research in order to answer that question or to come up with 3 ideas for how school can improve. Um, at the end of this slide, there's a link to a Google form. Let's see if it'll work if I click on it from here. In this Google form, you are actually going to be creating your thesis statement, and it walks you step by step if you follow the directions through how to do so. First, you have to think about if you think schools are effective or relevant to the world today and to what extent. And then you're going to kind of explain your thinking there, which transitions us into our ideas for what schools can do. What's one thing schools can do to be more effective? What's a second thing? What's a third thing? Okay, you will type your thesis statement by the end, and when you know that I am going to approve that, you will turn it in to me. Let's see, where did my document go? Okay, that again is going to be your work for reading and writing on Tuesday. Those thesis statements that you turn in on that Google form are due no later than May 21st, which is Thursday. I've also said that about your slides from Monday about the school effectiveness, but I put kind of a note on both of them that the sooner you do those 2 things, the better, because each day builds from there. And then just spend a little bit of time working on your passion project. Wednesday, we're building on with starting our paper. You wrote the thesis statement yesterday. Today, you're going to read through a PowerPoint that talks about what goes into an introduction paragraph, reviewing what one looks like and highlighting so you can see it starts off with a hook, then it gets into the background info, and you end with a thesis statement, which, hooray, you've already created. It gives you ideas for options for how to create a hook. And again, just gives you another example of how to put all of that together. Remember, one of the things that we talked about in class earlier this year is that after your hook, you have to build a bridge between that and your information that you're including. So make sure your hook isn't just one word and then or one sentence and you never refer to it again. You need to transition out of that and into your body paragraph, or I'm sorry, your background paragraph information. So just kind of be aware of that. On the very last slide, you're going to complete the work here. So you're going to start off by typing a hook in the first box. Then you're going to start or include a bridge from your hook to your background information. The questions here on the side tell you exactly what should be discussed in this intro paragraph, so make sure you read them. And then finally, you're going to write your thesis statement in the last box. You've already done this, so that's as simple as copying and pasting. Guess what? Hooray, when you're done with that, your introduction paragraph is written, completed for you. Okay, so that's kind of awesome. I know it's a lot of work to get to there, but it is worth it, and it's worth doing a really good job. That, again, is your work for reading and writing for Wednesday. If you needed to do any additional research in order to come up with that introduction paragraph, you need to go back to your annotated bibliography document that we worked on the last 2 weeks, and you're going to add whatever research you did to that. If you didn't do any, then there's nothing for you to add, okay? Thursday this week, I just have as a catch-up day, so spend some time reading, spend some time catching up on anything else you need to do, passion project-wise, intro paragraph-wise, thesis statement, whatever the case may be. Again, I know that you have worked hard all week, and we went through a lot this week of things to do, so I wanted to give you just a little bit of time to catch up. There's just fun stuff to do at the end, and that's about it. I am thinking about having a Google Hangout this week, so kind of be on the lookout for that. If you have questions and we do end up having that, that will be a really good thing to attend. Otherwise, let me know what questions you have, and I know you guys are going to kill it this week. Have a great week, and I will talk to you later.